In Babylon there was a king, and he built the biggest statue the people had ever seen. 90 feet tall, 9 feet wide. No matter where you are, you can see it in the sky. He made the people stand around it, a trumpet sounded. He made the announcement, he said, people of all races, creeds and nations, better take heed what the king is saying. You hear the sound of an instrument, you better drop what you doing and enter in to worship the statue. If you refuse, you lose, and the furnace will have you cooked, broiled, or basted. The instruments will sound, everybody got down on their faces, giving it the praises. Nobody wanted to die in the blazes, but some of the king's goons had a real close eye on the Jews. They said, long live the king, but we could have swore that you issued a decree. Didn't you say that all must heed? Didn't you say all must bow their knees or burn in 1,000 degrees? I wanna say all have agreed, but no, there are three. The king said, who are these dudes? These are 3 Jews, 3 Hebrews. They refuse to worship your God or your statue. We asked, what should we do with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? He slammed his hand on the stand, go get him, yo, and bring him in. And make sure the furnace is burning in case I gotta fling him in. He said, does it hold true? Have you refused to do what I've told you? Man, look at this beautiful statue. Worship it or burn you kids, I'ma have to. If I decide to bait you, just tell me what God alive can save you. They looked him straight in the face and they said, do as you may, but our God, he is able to save. And if you try to bring death to us, the true and living God, he will rescue us. But even if he doesn't save us, the statue you raised up will never get our praises. And the king was incensed. He called in his strongest men. He said, I want these 3 tied up, and I want the fire 7 times higher. They went to throw him in. The fire was so high it jumped out on the men and fried him, while the 3 Hebrews that refused went in tied up. And suddenly the king, he hopped up cause he could not believe what he was seeing. He was like, I know I threw 3, but I'm sure there are 4. Is that an angel I see? Oh my Lord! He called them by their names. Servants of the Most High God, come out of them flames. And one by one they stepped out, and all of the king's men then gathered round. And they said, yo, the fire hasn't touched them and they don't even smell like smoke. The king said, praise God, you trusted him and he sent an angel to the fire. So therefore I make this decree, if anyone should speak against the God of the 3, I will see that they are torn into pieces. Their homes will be crushed like sand on the beaches. We have never seen this, a God who can save. And all 3 men got promoted that day, all because they weren't afraid. And in their God they had faith, they had faith.